ThatDadOverThere, and I'm back at you with another reaction today. And I got so many requests for this. It's another Dimash request that I've gotten. And this one is going to be interesting because they say he uses a lot more of his baritone in this one. And on previous video, I said that he may have a mimic ability to like hear a tone and reproduce it, which is an amazing feat. I did not mean to intend that Dimash is copying anybody. What that means to me is that, you know, he hears a tone that he likes. And like with Andrea Bocelli, they talked about both trained in the bel canto way of singing. But to me, when I heard his tone, it sounded a bit like Andrea's. Same training, same style. And I didn't think it was a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. And today, I'm going to be reacting to El Amore En Ti. And My Love for You, which I believe is that's what that stands for. I live in Texas. I hear a lot of Spanish here and have picked up on quite a bit. In fact, I say the type of Spanish that I know because I probably mess it up when I try to speak any Spanish. I call it Texican, because it's like a Texan trying to speak Spanish. So it's kind of funny there. And all my friends that are from Mexico and such laugh whenever I say Texican. So what I want to do is I want to get to this reaction today because they say he's got a lot more of his bass in it. And as you know, a deep voice guy myself, I want to hear this. I want to hear what he's got down there in that lower register. Anyway, let's get to that reaction and get me out of the main frame. Here we go. All right, yeah, that gave me chills too. It's amazing how many different octaves and things that he can hit, and all of them so far have got the chills. You probably can't see the hair standing up, but it's standing up for sure. And I really enjoy hearing his whole range here in this lower range. And it's, I guess earlier when I was listening to that lower range in SOS, it didn't seem as projected. You know, he was kind of reserved on it. This one, it seems like he's doing a little bit more projection, and he hasn't quite gone the, you know, the full operatic projection yet, but I can see that he probably has that ability. And all these people there are enjoying this. I can see them all out there in the crowd, and they're enjoying this. And they're deers. I've understood, I've learned what a deer is, D-E-A-R, not D-E-E-R, which is the animal. A deer is what he calls his fans, and that's a great term for fans. So let's get going back into the singing. Let me just stop it again, but this is a cool outfit, almost like he's on the Death Star type of outfit, but I could not get away with wearing this. This dude can rock any kind of gear, and it's awesome. The cape, everything. is awesome with what he's wearing. I don't want to interrupt too much, but I wanted to bring that. I meant to say that earlier. Point out how sharp dressed he is and how awesome this looks. And everything's dark. There's little stars out there, little sparkles that kind of resemble stars, like he's above the stars or something.
Padroni viar tanto d'amore il mio toccai a chi puedo comprender que estas tormentas negras son parte de un fin y que abrazarlas todas para renacer.
Right there, man, killing it.
Puedo comprender que estas tormentas negras son parte de un fin y que abrazarlas todas y la vez alegría en las almas, paz.
And the accompaniment behind him is great. I did notice that it said he composed this. Someone else has written these lyrics, but he composed this, which is, just another layer onto the greatness that is Dimash. And, excuse me, I wouldn't say I listened to a lot of opera. Phantom of the Opera, which is my favorite musical. But I don't listen to a lot of opera, but I've always enjoyed it, everything I've heard. And, I very much would, one day likely go to an opera and enjoy it. But I just never really have gotten around to it. She's crying, man. Okay, I don't know which one is him and which one's a projection. I see a little one over here, of him over here, and then this big video. I don't know if these all three are video, and he's been standing over there the whole time. I don't know what's going on here, but you see the tenor stuff come out now. The tone isn't like Andrea here. It's just definitely a tone of his own. I thought on that other song, the tone that he hit there on that one note sounded a bit like it, but now this doesn't sound exactly like that. It sounds, I guess, like a younger tenor's voice would sound, but really, kind of something that only he can do. It's definitely going through all these different octaves. And are we going to get a third one of him singing in that higher tone over here on this side? When he goes into a soprano, we're going to get three of them up there. Is it going to be a different color of the, Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker here? Okay, hold on. Going back. Bunching them. said deer on it. Okay, okay. So we have the black, the white, and the red. And the red version is the soprano. And as usual, clear, crisp, killing it. And I know this guy is singing live. These aren't, like, a lot of days you don't know if these people are really singing live anymore. Sadly, that's the case. With a lot of artists out there, they're not really being honest with you. They're selling you a ticket to their concert and they're not really singing live. But I can tell this guy is. You can just see in his, his posture, the breathing, the things that I look for. Is someone really singing live, or are they just mouthing the words? I can definitely tell this guy is rocking this live.
Interior de quizá que furia tu amor, tu amor, tu amor, tu amor, que mi corazón.
All right, that's a little Michael Jackson maneuver there, and that was pretty cool. And I guess these are all videos that he shot live, and I'm assuming he shot live and has played them back here, since they are now joining him in, kind of a choral type in the background. All three of his versions singing at once, which is really cool. A really cool layer that they've done here. These videos, but they don't sound like studio produced. They sound like they were live mic produced, and not corrected. I don't hear any kind of pitch correction. I don't think this guy needs a single bit of pitch correction. He's just like a machine. Cool to see him dancing around too. So far, I kind of seen him standing still. It's a kind of pop style almost there in the singing. All the fire. Pop run there, yeah. That was good. That was really good. Hey, that dad over there, back here after that amazing performance. I would say that one so far has been my favorite. I loved all the different aspects that were at play here. There was a ton of the lower register that he's doing down there in the bass note. There was also a ton of his tenor, a little bit more exposure to the tenor here, and the different tone that he has there. And then we had the operatic soprano part as well. That all came into play here into one group. And then when he comes out, after we see these live videos that he's playing, and he comes out, then he's got, kind of almost a pop effect to his voice there that blends well with the operatic sound that you hear in the background. And it's a good contrast there. You look for, stuff. You don't want things to clash, when you do different styles, and it can sometimes end up clashing if you try to do this or that. But it blended so well together that it didn't sound like, it didn't sound like that. And as I said before, no clashing anyway, as I'm trying to say. But as I said before, if you put a blindfold over me and had me listen to this, I would think that's four different people. I would think it's four different people because the tones that he uses in the different things are so different, and it's not just what notes he's hitting. His voice almost kind of sounds like different when he's in those different things, which is another amazing thing. So I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I hope you watch my other reactions too. And that you're here because I will surely fit in some more Dimash soon. I have some requests for more Nightwish and some other things that I've got to get to. But I wanted to do this because so many people had said, El Amore En Ti, you have to watch this. So I did. And I appreciate the request because it was great. And as I always say at the end of these things, because I mean it, peace and love to you all. And if you're out there supporting each other, then your support systems will never fail you. I'll catch you back here, same bat time, same bat channel for my next reaction. Peace.